We've done it.
And check the chat. Here, I found the picture.
Of Toothless Josh.
Okay.
Oh, man, I was expecting, like, everything to be gone. That's a rough picture.
No, that's funny.
No, it is funny. That's what I'm saying. But, like, at least it's not real. Like, in the sense of, like, that's Lifetime. You know, some people, you know, they just don't, they get a chipped tooth and they just leave it.
No, but hang on, like, we're live. Fuck, whatever. Fuck it.
We'll talk about it after. I think
Liquids are legal, okay?
yeah, that's fine.
Like, I fucking did alright, so I've never done it on the cracker before, so, like, I hit the cracker, I bit the cracker, and then, like, that scared me. Broke my tooth, right? And then, like, the whippet comes, so I'm, like, fucking out of my fucking mind, and my immediate thought was to pick my fucking broken tooth back up and put it back in my mouth.
Did you swallow it?
Oh my god, when I was all fucked up. Whoa. Right? And then there's, like, this, like, very whippet fucking tapestry, like, that's there to fuck with your fucking vision and shit.
Yeah.
It was a very wild, like, 3 minutes, but...
It's pretty... That's
and
the...
I lost a tooth. And then it was like the Friday of Memorial Day weekend, so like I had to go all weekend with a fucking
Chipped tooth? That's tough, dude.
Nothing I could do.
Yeah, I mean, it's life.
I feel you. I did Gen Con with no glasses after getting in a car accident.
Oh my
Yeah.
I remember seeing you there. You're like,
you really need your glasses.
Well, dude, and like, I had like a giant fucking ball on my leg from like swelling and shit. I had like cuts on my face. It was a crazy weekend.
Yeah, I think that was the last Gen Con I attended.
That was the last one I went to.
I'll get back there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll go to Gen Con and shift instead of going to MC Atlanta. We'll see. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. You are listening to, yes, that's right, you heard it, episode 200 of Paper Player. And you can see the new breakdown of how we're doing stuff. We're not showing you shit. You're seeing our beautiful, wonderful faces. That's who we are now.
Yeah, this is me right here.
Except for JB. Cheating bastard.
Don't worry. We're going to have...
What I look like.
JB, you have 1 week to get this camera situation figured out. If you do not, I will be there. And I will just tie you to a chair and then turn on
the camera and point it up.
You're like, all right, and then I got to drive home. I'm like, I'll untie you when the cast is over. But this episode's called "We're Not Stopping," and that's because we're not. Because
Well, what if we did stop?
no, this is the best podcast. This is the most. We are the most authentic podcast by a lot. Everybody else is not even close. Nice try, everybody else, but you guys are all.
That's why you send me a script every week that I have to read off word for word.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed I'm really, really stiff a lot of the time? It's because I'm just holding my finger up to my monitor, following the line.
If any of us are ever looking down at our phone, it's because we have to refer to the script that I send.
Yep.
But that's the way it is. But yeah, episode 200.
Hey man, you win some, you lose some.
The background I have right now is it's Mick version alpha. Yeah, we'll call it alpha. Yeah, original podcasts. I got a sweatshirt with this on there, and I played an NRG with it on there too. But Josh got to answer a call. He'll be all right, or he's got to take an emergency shit. Looks like you ran away to go do that, but yeah, dude, I'm happy. Episode 200 sick. As always, if you ever want to get connected with us, the best way to do that is through our socials. Give us some support through any one of our social media accounts. Logos up on Linktree, just find all that. We're on everything, so help us with that. 3 of us will be at MagicCon Vegas. We'll still be there. I don't know. There's no news yet, so I can't say anything about it or what's going on. But we're gonna be there. There's a guy from Europe that I would like to meet up with, who does watch our cast. So he was like, "I'll be there. I'll see you." I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I was like, that was very cool. So I was like, meet up, play some games of Commander with them, and then I'm there to ruin everybody's day with Commander. So,
what do you mean by that? Explain.
How do I ruin people's day with Commander?
Yep.
I guess we'll just do Armageddons. People really don't like that, but if we're gonna,
Do I have a story?
Yeah, if you want to put us in tier 4,
Why do you want to make it miserable?
I just want people to be stuck there talking with me. Okay, I had a really great experience, but we'll do that. I'll save that for when we do the Magic Roundtable. But all right, I guess we'll go in. Do you want to? Jeff, give us your story about Armageddon's.
So Saturday I went to an RCQ.
Mhm.
It was sealed. Showed up. Only 8 people showed up, so we cut straight to top 8.
Yeah.
You went right to the draft, or you did sealed?
I love it when that.
Went straight to draft. Mind you, this is why I hate the companion app. So when there is no record, they pair you based off your last name. And every time I've done a straight to top 8, I always get paired against Antonio right away because our names are close.
Hill and yeah. Mhm.
So game 1, I missed a trigger from one of my sagas, which would have dealt 1 to him, and I gained 1, and he ended up beating me at 1 life.
Oh.
So that felt bad. Game 2, I got there. In game 3, I got stuck on 2 lands
Mhm.
for 7 turns. So he got me. But anyways, afterwards, we went to play Commander with some other people that like lost in the first round. And Antonio played a card called Sunder, which I didn't even know was a card.
Oh my god, that's like worse than Armageddon.
That's really rough.
So he did that, and he was playing green blue.
Like puts all his lands in his hand and then right back on the battlefield.
Yep. And I was playing the deck I played when we did our last fight night,
Mhm.
and literally I couldn't do anything. So every turn, instead of playing a land, I just kept playing a bounce land, so it'd go back to my hand, and they could just kill me. At one point, I played the bounce land, put it in hand, and I put it face up in my hand. I was like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. When it comes to my turn, just play this and put it back in my hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't know this was a card, and the fact that it's instant speed is kind of wild to me.
Oh yeah. The fact that this is legal, but
Yeah.
upheaval is not, is bizarre.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's very dumb.
So that happened, and then after that, I kind of was like, yeah, I think I'm done with Magic for the day, and I've been playing a lot of Dead Side, which is like a DayZ survival game. Our server is picking up, so it's a lot of fun. We have like 30, 40 people on there. And I also got into that new game, Fantasy Life, that came out, to the point where the last 2 days I was up till 7 a.m. playing.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean,
That game looks so cool. I want to play it.
It's a lot of
dedication,
fun.
baby.
It's like Animal Crossing meets Zelda /
Yeah, you
Dragon
get
Quest.
more. You just get more.
Yeah,
It's Animal Crossing Plus.
yeah. So yeah, just a lot of gaming. Been playing a lot of Pioneer on Arena and stuff like that. Now that Pioneer is fully on there. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Dragon Blades or the Kosai, whatever they're called, those things have just been running rampant. Legacy kind of can be a little slow to it, so I'm curious on what Legacy looks like with that card.
It's appearing in Modern, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah, the deck is so consistent. It's 4 Mishra's Bauble, 4 Expressive Iteration, 4 Preordain, and then 4 Consider. So it's always going to, like, literally the deck does the same thing every single time because the consistency is so high. And plus it's got DRCs to go through. Like, you're always going to hit the equipment. So that is the new one. It is by far probably the most consistent deck because it's kind of like how Phoenix was. It was so consistent that it was like, okay, well, your game plan, if your opponent stumbles at any point, you just beat them. And that's how this deck is too. It's just, man, it just churns the deck.
I think that's why I like it so much because I have it in paper.
Yep.
Is it felt like picking up a Power Crept Phoenix. Because now I don't have to worry about playing 3 spells. I gotta play 2. It doesn't do anything with the graveyard. So graveyard hate doesn't stop you. Like, they kill the equipment, you still have your token. So, like, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
The fact that there's a prowess token too means it's like when the equipment goes away, like that thing can still become a 4/4, a 5/5, a 6/6. Like you can still push through damage. It's very deceptive.
Yep.
But yeah,
And the talent is just gross too. Like,
the Storm Chaser talent, yeah.
Pay for, bring back my stock up. Like,
Yeah, Stocko might be one of those cards that people start clamoring for a ban for at some point, because it's just dig through time. That's really what it is. But there's no work to be done with it. You just get it, and it's so good, man. It's awesome, vintage, legacy, all formats. It's just amazing. So, yeah. JB, did you play any Magic?
Yeah, I want to equate my drafting experience like driving a car. So, I'm on the road, I'm going,
Yeah.
I have a path, I've got my my destination in mind. I'm taking the turns, doing everything right, and then I come up to a tunnel, and I just lock in, and I forget everything. And I add tunnel vision, and there I am. I see Tinker come through on like pick 5, pack 1. I go, all right, I'm forcing it. Don't care. Whatever I'm getting doesn't matter. I'm playing Tinker.
For sure.
So, I played a vintage Power Cube,
Hmm.
and got smashed. Did not do that well. Got to play. I really like that stupid artifact that's 9 mana that your opponent sacrifices 3 creatures and then you just bring back a creature every turn.
Portal to
Cadolfo.
Phyrexia?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, that one. Okay, I thought you were thinking. I was thinking Cadolfo Forge Master.
No, it's
Portal's
Portal to
great.
Phyrexia, because then
I
you
love
reanimate
Portal.
at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, cards.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. Forced it, ruined someone else's deck. Sorry,
Not sorry.
sorry, Sylvia, I ruined your deck.
No, don't.
You had the far better cards for that deck, but I picked the Tinker, even though I had nothing to go with it, and pushed through. And
Never-
just stole all the good stuff.
I'll never forgive anybody for anything,
Never forgive any.
dude. No, I'll wait. No, that's sick, dude. Vintage Cube is always a blast. I've been meaning to play it, but well, Josh, did you get any Magic in?
No, I sold a bunch of land, all my decks.
Yeah.
I basically sold all the lands out of the dinosaur deck.
Peace out, baby.
I set my hand. I kept like the Yavi Maya cradle.
Yeah, that one's a good
'cause
one.
It's like reserve list.
Yeah.
And I kept the like Yavi Maya because that's like it was only like $10 and like they're stupid.
Yeah.
And like the Triland. And I kept like all the white border I was so smart like when I white border my lands because like I can't sell them. You know?
It's a power move. It's
So, like,
there's a target audience
that's
which
why I
need.
do it. That's why literally why I do it. Like
Yeah.
all my like all the white border and like I kept all the onslaught fetches I have
Yeah.
because like those are like worth more than the $40 or whatever. I wouldn't even get that much.
Yeah.
And I kept all the Dragon Foil lands. I didn't really touch. I just sold all the like stuff I could easily get out of the Dragon's Approach deck, like the Surveil land,
Yeah.
the Shock land. Actually, I think I kept it. I sold the Cavernous Souls, so.
Yeah. It's. I mean, at least the
Yeah, but there was like a finale of Devastation in the dinosaur deck, which was like completely out of place. It was only in the deck because it had dinosaur art.
yeah. But it is a. What's up, Grizz?
Into a, so like yeah, like I thought of it as like a kind of like nerfed a bunch of my decks that I thought were overpowered anyway.
Yeah.
I kept like all the dinosaurs I kept. I nerfed the lands and all the like cards that didn't really need to be in the deck.
Yeah. That's. I think that's like the one upside with
moved. I
Commander.
bought a house.
Yeah. You've been incredibly busy.
I probably won't be on the cast. So like this episode 200. Bye. I won't be on the cast for another like 3 weeks or whatever. 'cause, I just moved like my TV and all that before the cast. So I plan to move my like couch or my bed and everything Friday. I don't know if I'll have internet by next Wednesday, or Tuesday. So I don't know if I'll be able to podcast. And the Tuesday after that, I go to Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
And the Tuesday after that will be, or no, I guess Tuesday will be the Tuesday we get back from Vegas proper. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's it's
That's
so
why I
close.
was like so like in a hurry to make sure I get to this podcast because this one was important. I won't be around for a little while.
It'll be all right
I'll be around. I'll be in Vegas supporting us, but
for sure.
we're doing big things coming.
Oh yeah. So
You were like so still, like with the background. I thought it was like a screenshot instead of a live cam, dude.
yeah, you don't understand who I am. I hawk people.
Right, literally, like more like an owl.
It's like Drax. If I just stand incredibly still, you can't see me. You just don't know if I'm there or not. But yeah, no. Like congrats on the house, dude. That's very exciting. For a lot of reasons, dude.
I'm so excited, and like all the people in my apartment complex are like sad, like seeing me move, like today, like seeing me like move stuff up, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're moving."
Yeah.
It's like time. It's like a
Yo, you're putting the best part is you're putting money right back in your pocket. You go
right?
like you.
And it's just I don't know, like a page out of the note or like a chapter.
Yeah, dude.
Chapter.
No, it's exciting, man. But
Bittersweet.
yeah, for sure. If you need any help, obviously reach out. I got lots of tools if you want to do house projects. But they just right now they're just collecting dust. So
Right.
all right. So the only magic
Any magic in,
I
Tony?
mean,
I
the
sure
tools.
did. Yeah, I've been playing Commander Cube and I've been having a lot of fun with it because people don't know who I am on Commander Cube. So I just do things that are irrational and I win. I trophied. Like somebody the sequence that happened there's two of them. The sequence that happened, the first one was a guy plays a card that steals something from someone else's deck. There's like a red enchantment. And then he goes, I'm going to cast Living Death. And I'm the only one that has creatures in the graveyard. And I'm like, well, if we do this, like I'll survive. And then I can also take out the threat. He does it. The guy that does it, I just kill him. I go, you can't be trusted. And he goes like, why did you kill me? I go, well, you probably wanted a favor out of me, and I had to make sure I killed you before you asked me for that favor because you did me a favor. He's just,
Oh my god! Instantly betrayed.
and he's like, this doesn't make sense. I could have gotten rid of your graveyard because he had a Tormod cryptic effect, and I was like, well, I was like, I can't be trusted. And did that from there.
Anime betrayals.
Yeah, and then the second one I played against somebody from WotC because they had like the WotC screen name, and I just made sure I was like, this guy's not gonna win because he's from WotC. He's cheating. And so after about like 4 turns of just specifically doing things to him, he just quit. He didn't even want to play the game. He just left the game and ended up winning. Like it was just like, again, irrational. I was like, how can I ruin this guy's day? And like, there's clearly I had Venser, and there's like a target that I should be Venturing, but he's like trying to get this spell to resolve. I'm like, Venser it, and he's just like, he just quit after this like the 4th time because I Restoration Angeled it, Ephemerid it. Like I was like, you're not casting that spell. Like, and it was like, it was just like a mid tier like, okay, this is like somewhat relevant, but I was like, not happening on my watch. Like, but he also hit me first with a 1/1 goblin, so you can't do that. I even typed in the chat like, I will never forgive you for this. So I think that's what did him in. But I won both those. The Commander Cube is fun. The downside of playing on Magic Online is how long the turn cycle takes. Because you have to F6 a lot because you're like, it's just so the play experience for Magic Commander, and this is probably why they'll never do it for Arena. It's a pretty miserable one. It just takes forever. Like we're in paper.
I wish Magic was better, had better gameplay.
Yeah, I think if I had to say,
You have to like really like devoted to it, and like you have to like have patience.
yeah, dude, and I like to
Like
put.
even me, like I used to be so patient, but now like I don't have it. It's so hard.
Yeah. So with paper play, at least people do shortcuts. They're like, I'm gonna search for the Soul Ring, go. Whereas like I know there's no shuffling on Magic Online, so that speeds up a little bit, but like you're also by yourself. You're like siloed because like I was in a game where nobody was chatting, so I was just like talking to the air, and I was like, well, this sucks. And then I was in a game that was like I had a really bad Boros deck, but all 4 of us were talking, and we're just talking shit while we're like chatting. So that was fun. I was like, oh, at least the social aspect of it is here. But anyways, like,
I like the more and more I played Commander, the more and more I like my experience with 60 card.
say
I'll
what?
say that.
You fixed your experience with 60 card?
The more I've played it might have been like you guys might have noticed that like I've like kind of pulled away from like 60 card and I started focusing on Commander.
Yeah.
Bunch. And the more I played Commander, the more I realized I liked playing 60 card a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just because that like after the game it was over or whatever. It wasn't like it was like in an hour I could like I was done being hyperventilating. Unless I was like on a winning streak and then it was like a good hyperventilating.
Sure.
Whatever,
Yeah.
Whereas like Commander, I could get stuck in ruts and then end up like in my head for a while.
Gotcha.
It's just I don't know. I I find the value in 60 card. It's like Magic's kind of like that. You go back and forth.
Oh yeah, I get.
Commander is just too slow to me. That's my problem. It's just too slow. People are too slow to play it.
I guess
People are too
that's
slow
like
to
what
take
when
action.
when that happens, then that pushes me back to Commander. Like, all right, I can't handle these people. I guess I gotta go play with my friends. I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. The ebb and flow of like a one-on-one game is much more tailored to like an online experience, and then also in person, it's okay too. Like I prefer it, but I mean honestly, the best format's just draft. Like I love draft a lot, and it's just the timing of like drafts throughout the week that are in our local area. I just can never make it to, so it's just like, well, I guess I'll just draft on Arena, and I do like draft a ton. It's like I don't know, it's really nice, and I don't know, I just enjoy that aspect of Magic too. The fact that we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but there's so many different things to do in Magic, which I think that's why the game is great, and the communities for those different things are all harbored in different ways and have different people or people that cross, pre-modern, limited, Commander. If you really want to do a lot of that, standard, Pioneer, modern, held weird ass tournament formats like Dan, like you can find those things too. And there's people have like
There's
judge
a format
towers.
for everyone.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like where that can't be said about. I think there's like no other game that really does it that has a true following like that. There's a couple of them, and like I can think about the top of my head, and some games are just too new to get to that point. So yeah,
The only ones I know of is like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon both have like an old school format.
yeah,
But that's about it, and like those aren't that popular.
they have like Discord channels for them, but
Yeah.
you can't like it's like they might have like a once a year meetup for it, and that's really it. Whereas you can do a monthly pre-modern in multiple different cities.
Yep.
But yeah. Hooky. That's what I was
Oh
gonna
yeah, I
say.
should add. We were talking about video games. I am just about done with Final Fantasy II. Definitely not going to make it through all 6 before the con.
Those games are
No way.
those games are well. I mean, they're slog.
The
There's
first
just
couple are pretty quick.
yeah.
It's
And
just
with the
random
remake,
fighting takes up a lot of time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and with the remake, it's they definitely speed up combat, and you can, like, if I were to grind in one section and get a bunch of levels, I can turn off random
Random fight.
encounters. Yep.
Yeah.
So like, if I just power level and then leave, it's okay. And it
That's
goes
pretty
pretty
nice.
quick. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I won't.
All right. Ah, yes, the Tier Mage. It's this isn't me leaving Paper Blair in any way, but this is just Tony's solo cast because you may not believe it, but I don't get to talk enough on this podcast. So, the premise of the Tier Mage is I will literally rank anything in MTG. The first episode went out, and it's a 2-parter, and I'm finishing up part 2 as we go. Which I did the MTG abilities, which is something we tried to do on here. It's just hard to.
It's too much.
Yeah, it was hard to.
Well, and then like we bounce heads all the time, and
Yeah. But so I got them all.
Getting us to agree on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, get us all to show up to dinner. Hey, say, hey, I want to pay for dinner for all of you guys and see which one of us bails.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like-
But yeah, so I've been having fun with it. Part 2 will come out later this week, and then you'll just see more. I'll take community suggestions from you guys. The next after the MTG abilities, we'll be ranking every single Planeswalker, which
Who would I even say is it's got to be Jason Mind Sculptor, even after all the new ones, even after all of them. Jason's still got to be the best one.
no,
No way, he's still the best.
I mean I like him. He's not the best.
He's got tenure. He's got the reputation that this can't be beat.
I don't think so anymore. I think he's like he's our Flametongue Kavu. He's our generation's
Exactly.
Flametongue. We think of him as this
Right.
amazing
I'm gonna
Planeswalker.
be a boomer and die on that hill that Jason Mind Sculptor is.
Let me tell you about my day where we just fate seal each
Why
other.
is he still the poster boy? Why- He's like dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the
like a bat,
yeah.
or villain or whatever. He's dead, brought back to like Batman bullshit or whatever.
yeah, but
He's still the poster boy of Magic or whatever.
not anymore. No way.
Uh,
No, these long gone. But he used to be the poster boy. But now every time we see Jason, he
Exactly
groans.
what they want you to think about. Look, Nicol Bolas is back too, and he's at Taco Bell.
For sure. All right. And the last thing is just say something nice. You know, we're gonna do this going to episode 204.
I love that.
Just say something nice. So, I don't know if you guys prepared anything, but
Is it anything specific or just in general?
it's up to you. Like I would say this: I love you guys a lot, and what I would say about that is I will eat a butthole for you guys. Not your specific buttholes, only ones that
See?
I desired, but only ones that I desire and I choose.
Why you gotta go sexual immediately?
I would do that for you guys if you. I'm just letting you. I wouldn't.
I'll eat your ass.
But I'm just letting you know. I'm saying something nice.
What is happening right now?
I said
Tony's being nice.
I-
Take it. It never
It's
happened.
just weird.
something nice. I said I would eat.
Tony
He's
was
ready
nice.
to
He
get
got us,
skiing.
like the commander. Commander.
No. I said my piece. I know what I
Was I
was.
the only one that got a commander? Like Jeff got a raging goblin. What did Jeff or the other
JB got a Japanese Ultra Rafik.
Yeah, we gotta play with those. I still have it sitting. I have most
We
of
did
them
play with them.
completed, it's just in
Where
porn.
is that deck?
Yeah, mine's in my. I actually have a surprise
the
for Tony
tattoo
coming up.
box.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah, I got a surprise for Tony too, but it's not related to the podcast. I got
It's
it
not
for him
technically
at,
related to the podcast. It's just something I know Tony likes a lot, and I feel he needs one.
I swear to God, if it's not okay, I got it. I know what I want. I sensed it. All right. Well, I said something nice.
My one nice thing is
My one nice thing.
for this week is over the last couple months, like I don't know, like the last year, I guess I've gone through some like really like terrible shit, and I know you guys really like were there for me, and I really appreciate that, and I feel like as a group we've come far away from how it used to be, and I don't know, I look forward to this every week, even if it's small podcast, long podcast. It's like one of the like things that brightens my day is knowing that Tuesday's coming.
Hell yeah, dude. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
What do you got, JB? Nothing.
Oh, also, I feel like the podcast has made me and JB closer, so I appreciate
Yeah.
that too.
Well, you guys were
Been out of it.
kindred spirits. You just didn't know.
Yeah,
Kindred
Jeff.
There's so much value in community.
Hanging.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking wrist, man.
What is a podcast?
All you have to
Podcast
do is
I like.
Are you about to give us the definition of a podcast? Is there something
What
nice?
is a podcast? I'm gonna stand up behind a podium. What is a podcast?
It's not like we could see you do it, you bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say right now, I don't always play Magic. I don't always have interesting things to say. I really, you know what? I really fucking hate spoilers.
I'm
But
still
That's
waiting
nice.
for the something nice part.
That's nice.
coming around and just dicking around for an hour and a half every week, chit chatting. It's fun. It gets me to go play Magic more than I think I would if I wasn't in the podcast, which is fun because sometimes I just need that extra drive to like go out and do it, and it gives me that excuse to be like, okay, I gotta get
Thank
off
you.
my ass and go do this. So it's fun to mess around with you guys. It's always fun chit chatting, and I think we have a good time doing the podcast. We're always laughing.
Yeah.
So that's the important part.
Hell yeah, dude.
And me.
What is this guy?
All right, Josh.
I hope you see how much I love you, and Tony. Oop.
I can't see. It's a full sleeve tattoos.
The tattoo pack.
I saw it. I can't see it. Oh, is that the? Oh yeah, that's your Get Rock monster, dude. That's the one where Josh is being eaten by a Get Rock monster.
Oh yeah.
And then it's
Yeah, dude, the thing fucking rules, man. Sick.
Bright, which I haven't played ever, and I've also got the full art one from.
That one's sick too. No, Get Rock has got a lot of love. All right. Yeah, I like doing things
I am
unprompted.
thankful that I am able. I remember last July I couldn't put my pants on, and I am thankful that I am healthy enough to be able to do that without that I can stand on one leg and put my pants on. Like it's like hard to believe like where I was 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's certainly frightening. I'm glad you're here, dude.
It's like almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
But we're out here doing it, and it's like you were saying, there's so much value in community and like coming together and like speaking with like letting it out and like hearing what other people are doing. Just
For-
like
yeah.
so much value in like speaking and communicating and like sharing vibes with everyone and like something like you were saying on Tuesday we always get it with us four people. It's like our little community and like
Oh yeah,
we understand each other, we get each other, we vent to each other, and like it's like a brethren.
Yeah.
We got it.
for sure. The only thing,
I love it and I appreciate it. I love you guys every day.
yes, thank you. I like doing that. We're gonna be saying something nice every week, so get geared up. Have something nice to say.
I've been doing this all year.
Oh no, Josh, your camera froze.
It's probably because I'm like I got the stream up over here on this camera or on this screen, and then
It's frozen.
not-
JB's been frozen this whole time, but that's because he's a chump.
Yeah.
I know I am frozen.
Nah,
I
I'm
see
right
it.
here, baby.
I'm frozen.
Let's see if we
Is
can.
my audio frozen? Can you hear me talk?
No, we can hear you.
I ain't ever frozen. Oh, I am frozen. Why? Weird.
It's not like it matters.
I know.
That's fine.
Next week. Next week.
We'll figure it out.
100%,
Let me see
before
if I
get
do
tied
this.
down to my share.
Is it this? Did I put nipples on screen?
No, but you can have them on screen. It's frozen. Let's see if I can refresh you. I don't want to close it. Let's go back to the tab. You just gotta re-enter. That's all right.
Yeah, Josh.
Or stop your video and just start it again.
What?
So on the tab for Streamlabs on the website, like what you have where you can see the four, either hit stop video and start it to see if it refreshes it.
Yeah. Sorry, first time, new audio, new equipment.
Stop video.
And then hit it again to start it.
Oop. Stop. There we go. Oop. Oop. Wrong.
Alright, so
camera.
it's still frozen. Hit leave and then join again.
Yeah. It's just frozen. There we go. We'll get him back. Don't worry. But while Josh is on his way back, we got the pre-release, and I thought it was this weekend.
Hello.
And
Hello?
Did they come back?
let me see. Yeah, you're back, baby. All right, we got you. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing.
I'm gonna close this now.
Yeah. So we got the pre-release coming up not this weekend, but the next weekend, which I thought was weird because in my head I was like, this set's already been all spoiled.
Honor you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's coming up fast, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a two-headed giant with a homie from a
Wonder if
long,
they'll
long
let
time
me
ago.
Buy some.
Hunter?
No.
Brian.
No,
Ah.
a dude named Alden.
Oh no shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually the one who got me into TCG stuff back when we were in grade school
Yeah.
with Pokemon. So, and we like saw each other at ASIN and chit chatted for a minute. And he was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a two-headed giant partner." I said, "Hell yeah, I'd love two-headed giant. Let's do it."
Yeah. That format does rule. Like it's like an unloved format, but it definitely does rule.
I loved the box one we did at MagicCon. That was a
Yeah,
lot of
that
fun.
was so much fun.
Yeah. So they are giving you some benefits to doing multiple pre-releases. It's an incentive item, I would say, if you haven't gone to your pre-release yet. This is probably your last chance to do that because I think next week you're probably going to see stores displaying sold out. Like,
They already are.
are they?
I actually honestly think out of all of the major card shops around us, I think there might be one that has open spots.
All right, I'm gonna have to do some traveling tomorrow and see if I can get one in because I had not pre-reg anywhere. Because I think this is gonna be the end all be all of all sets. Meaning that it's gonna be impossible to get product. I think there's gonna be Pokemon fights with people fighting at targets, which is gonna be a shame. But yeah,
Real quick, Honeybee Games, the one we talked about, I do believe they have openings on their Saturday one. That's the only one I think I know of.
I got to do a late night one, so I'll look. I'll have to see you around. I'll call. I'm gonna find a Friday night somewhere, and I'm hoping I have a chance at that. So we'll see. If I miss the pre-release, like that would suck because I actually do want to play the set because the set looks sweet, man. They keep coming out with more and more spoilers, and I don't know. The set's like now we're on the commons and uncommons that they've been releasing. All of this set will be released. Like we'll know everything by Friday. But dude, there's so much stuff going on, and they did some really cool things that are thematic that I really liked. Like I don't know if you saw the battle menu card.
Yes, dude.
That card's so sick. I should just type it in. I think it's called battle menu.
It is.
Battle Men. Yeah, dude. Just the options of the 4 things. Choose one and a white for an instant, and it has attack. Make a 2/2 white knight creature token. Ability: target creature gets +0/+4 till end of 2. Till end of turn. Magic: destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. And then item: you gain 4 life. The fact that this is just like symbolic of the menu in Final Fantasy is like masterfully done. Like it.
I also actually think this card is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool card.
Oh no,
It
Jack.
saves your creature from nowhere to run. It creates a creature to block.
Yeah.
It destroys a big creature, and if you need life gain against aggro, it gives it to you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's been the thing is like all these cards. There's so many modal cards that are coming out nowadays.
Yeah.
When I was playing that vintage cube, someone used a card against me that was like it just had like 4 options on it. It was like I didn't even know this card existed, but it's really good
Yeah.
in a cube setting. It's just
Oh,
got
yeah,
so
it's
many applications.
Yeah.
It's wild.
For sure. Yeah, this card's cool. There's like a whole chocobo theme that they have going on here, where I think chocobos are Naya colored, and they're just like cards that make chocobos, and then they do an additional effect with that. They're getting a little bit farther in on the job select, which is honestly pretty good. I like how that is. They have a tiny cactuar. So there's Jumbo Cactuar, which is what everybody loved, and then there's Jumbo Cactuar, which is nice. Man, I don't know. This set's just got. There's also a card that's probably going to be seriously considered for like Pioneer, which is Roban Bull of the Aloe Migo. I think I'm saying that right. What game is he from? 4? Jesus Christ, Roban. Damn, dude, long name.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but why does this set feel so big? Because I'm actually reading all of the cards, whereas like normally in a set like
You go into blind.
I was reading like the rares max, and that was it.
I also think it's because a lot of
It's
the
like
cards.
I'm actually looking at all the cards, being like, all right, what game is this from? Okay, yeah, I remember that. That's cool, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like this set feels bigger than most of the sets that have come out.
I think
recently.
a big part of it is like you said, like you're actually interested in like the Beyond the Universe that it's covering, and B, I honestly think this is the most legendaries we've ever had in a
Let me
set.
look it up.
I think so too. I think it's either going to be that. I mean, Lord of the Rings was kind of close, right? But Lord of the Rings was like able to cheat with like we have 3 Gandalfs. This set is like we have so much source material that we don't have to do any of that.
Yeah, there's no triple ups. It's just like, well, I mean, they have a couple, but it's like done with like
It's the
tongue-in-cheek,
main
like
one.
this
This is
Yeah.
Cloud
there's
and
like 30
Sephiroth and
versions.
stuff.
Yeah, there's just so much going on with this set. Like, it's just kind of crazy. You know, I
I think it's
Yeah.
that one right there, dude. The Midgard land. I
Yeah.
think that card is actually playable.
mean, sacrifice. It's okay. Yeah, I agree. I think all of them are playable. They're just free.
Yeah,
There's free real estate. Like it's just when will they come around? You know. But that rhubarb, it's a 2-mana red human warrior for 2/2, and then it's got ward, pay life equal to its power. So ward's already really nice. And then when it attacks, you may attach up to 1 target equipment you control to a target attacking creature. So this is a really good way to have repeatable, like Colossus hammers, right? Like you have something that when this triggers, it can either put it on itself, which then makes the ward pay 12. So good luck removing it, because you're gonna have to pay 12 life to do that, or you can throw this on other things. It's not just relegated to itself. So I think this is one of those like, did Hammer Time get good? I don't know. And there's also a a blue card that does that too at instant speed, which is like stolen. What is it called? Sorry, I wish I would have known. Did more prep on the show, but I didn't. What the hell is it called? Did JB just die?
I think he's resetting his video.
Everybody's resetting.
Damn. I thought that was me that had the double.
What? But yeah, so that card's gonna be sick.
It just shows up that way on the website, Josh. It doesn't actually appear that way on the stream.
Oh man, this thing's
Why does
just.
it sound like my microphone is bad?
I think your lips are scratching it.
That or like your mustache is rubbing across it.
It's got like a little tis. But yeah.
Okay.
Not sure why it keeps happening that way.
Oh,
Hello?
okay.
Welcome back, JB.
Oh. Yeah, I'll keep this up so you guys can see that you guys are freezing in and out. Not sure what's going on, but we have like a little. That might be JB. I think JB's is
Technical
broken.
issues.
Yeah, that's all right. Where is this? Because I can actually mark that and cut it down now. Now that I'm recording it and doing all that simultaneously, we're just gonna mark this down for editing. Okay.
Stay live, boys and girls.
Yeah, dude, you get to see the real raw version of us. No, so there's another card called Stolen Uniform, which also does like the same thing. Which for a single blue, you can target a creature and then put an equipment on it, and then at the end of the turn, it unattaches. I think that's like super good effect. This set's got a lot going on for it. They just released the 10 draft archetypes for the set, so for limited reasons, or I don't know, fantasy limited archetypes, which I think they just released that today. But just give me the, there we go, a weekly MTG. So we have blue-white artifacts, blue-black control, black-red mage aggro, which is pretty interesting. Red, green, landfall aggro, green-white, go wide. And then black-white artifacts and creature sacrifice. Red, blue, big non-creatures. Green-black is graveyard value. Red-white is equipment aggro. And then the Simic is the town ramp. So pretty interesting overall, I think. I like that black-red is black mages aggro. All those like little tiny mages that just add up. If you have like 6 black mages on the battlefield, those 1 tokens, and you cast like a lightning bolt, it does 6 additional damage, because every time you cast a non-creature spell, those black mages deal 1 damage to each opponent, I think. Or is it one opponent? Yeah, those things are pretty sick.
What's up, baby?
What's up? I'm back.
Yeah. Go-Go, the master of Mimicry. I think this card is legacy playable. Because you can copy Wastelands with this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is pretty sick. So I really,
Greenland, make it a comeback, baby.
yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, the fact that you can double stack it. So like if you Wasteland something and then have, I know it's kind of a far cry, but if you have 4 extra mana lying around and then tap Go-Go, you can then double your Wasteland trigger. So you can Wasteland 3 of their things for the cost of 1 Wasteland of yours, which is crazy.
I'm trying to think, what other activated abilities are you copying?
With this card, it's activated or triggered ability. So you can trigger, you can copy your surveil triggers. You can copy your fetch land triggers. Like,
Can you copy Thespian Stage?
you sure can.
No. You can, but it won't be good because it's legendary. You can only have 1.
Yeah, it doesn't change the dark depths math.
But I'm saying if they go to like destroy your Thespian Stage in response to you activating, you have another way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of this card probably too fairly. You can't copy mana abilities, so you can't double up on like Nykthos, which was a good way to, by design, to do that. But just the other things that you can double up, triple up. The fact that it's not just copy at one time. It's if you have 10 mana lying around, you can activate a fetch land, have 10 mana, spend 5 of it, get 6 fetch lands, like, or 6 lands off of a single fetch. Like, that's pretty absurd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think this card is gonna be one of like the more expensive cards of the set. And it's also got a really low mana cost, and it's got a good stat line of being a 2/4, so it dodges a lot of typical cheap removal. So you have to kind of upgrade your removal suite to get it. Yeah, imagine copying. I don't know if like Knight of the Reliquary would want this, but I'm thinking along the lines of like lands here, which seems like the easiest thing to copy. I guess I'm trying to think of like what other triggered abilities would you want to activate.
You could copy Corey Steelcutter.
You sure can.
2 tokens.
Yeah, make 2 tokens. Yeah. The fact that you can do it X
Is this
times is so
standard
good.
or only in Legacy?
This is standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
this
wasn't
is
sure if this was in the
this is going to the main set.
Commander set or if it was in the main.
Main
or what.
set has that like what is that?
Triangle.
You can copy all the ETBs of the overlords, so you get double the effect the first turn they come in or when they attack. Like, there's just a. I think this card is something to be serious about. I'm like, yeah. I wonder if you could play with Storm Chaser talent where you get 2.
I was just gonna say you can copy Saga triggers.
Yeah, that card is. Yeah, getting 2 Urza tokens or 2 searches on Urzas. Like that seems pretty good too. Like that. There's a home for that card. I'm not smart enough to break it, and when someone breaks it, we're all gonna be like, "Oh, that was obvious." Like, you know, like, "Oh, fucking no shit."
Hindsight, right?
Yeah, but that's usually how Magic just is in a nutshell. Man, there's so much going on with this set. Even the commons and uncommons, like you said, you were reading these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested in how this is, just because of these things are cool, man. And they're hitting everything from a thematic standpoint, and it feels like. Is there anything that you think thematically that they have not done properly?
Not that I can think of. The
Dude, when
only
I
thing-
saw that battle menu, I was like, "This is great."
Yeah, I was like, just brilliant card. Like I was like, man.
If anything, the only thing I think they're missing, and it's niche because it was only an FF7, is like a way to like equip materia somehow or something.
Yeah,
But they just have you cast it, which makes sense. So I don't even think it's that big of a miss.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Minimu's a sick one. This is like this is going to be. I'm gonna try to collect 1 million of this card because I think 4 years from now everybody's gonna want this card because this is casuals love life game. So
And they like goofy tribal, so it's like clear.
yeah, Cleric Tribal, Soul Warden, Soul Attendants. The stocks on those just came up because everybody's gonna try to build this. A Johnny's Pride Mate, like all those. It's basically a Johnny's Pride Mate, but for your entire team. So obviously with the Soul's Attendant.
I made a cleric.
No, but I'm referring to the effect.
Yeah. The
No,
fact
I don't think Pride Mate is. I think he's a Pride. No, he's a soldier. Lame. Get out of here. But the souls are Soul Warden, Guide of Souls, Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant.
Yeah, let's go. All the good ones.
I can't remember the 2-mana one from New Phyrexia. But when something ETBs on their end,
Some with the word soul in it.
I don't think it's got soul on it. It's
Oh man, soul. Or
yes.
clerics.
Oh yeah.
Clerics ready.
But yeah, then I think let me open up Canva because I was doing there's more stuff. All the stuff I make in the background is so funny. I'm always making bullshit all the time. No, these are just top 8 videos, which we should bring those back.
Yeah.
Because I just like yelling.
About top 8 and complaining.
loud
about
noise it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This video.
I'm right. No,
It's all right.
fun.
We can.
I like talking to nobody.
Yeah, we'll live.
That's what I'm here to do. I actually am not here to talk to you guys. When I said that, I have fun BSing with you at the start of the cast. I was lying all along.
We've been lying. That's what we do best.
That's all we do.
Yeah. If you're not lying, you're not trying. You know. Everyone knows that. But, and my internet much is just cut out. Celeste, the Rune Knight, which I think is really nice. It's a ability that it works with Persist, and if you have a free sack engine, or you have your commander that just instant combos with your deck. Tifa, my waifu. I'm gonna try to build. Fucking hey, man! Did I just get disconnected again?
If you're 30 plus.
Yeah. Tifa's the real waifu of the stream.
Sure.
That's weird. That's not letting me do that. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's strange. Whatever. I think that's about it for episode 200. Unless you guys have anything you want to add.
We did it, boys. We made it 200
200 still
episodes.
coming.
Another 200 to go.
Vegas. I'll see you guys in Vegas. I love you all.
Yes. Bon voyage.
I will have shirts for the kiddos.
Hell yeah, dude.
What?
I also
Wait,
got.
don't we gotta
stickers
get something from
Something from what?
Josh? Send us out.
We did the things already. Everyone.
Yeah.
That's why I was given.
Dude, that's super
why I was
weird. I
given
can't hear him
shout-outs.
right now. Zero.
Josh?
Can't,
Yeah.
We can
I don't
hear
know.
him.
I can hear him.
Yeah.
can't hear him.
Alright.
Dude, something's wrong. This is the first time that we're trying this, and then I might have to get like a different server that's a little bit better. Also, I'm like streaming and streaming and streaming. So.
Yeah.
So, love you all.
Goodbye.
Come
Bye
on.
bye.
All right, I ended the stream.
All right, I'm going back into Discord.
Yeah, same.
Same.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on, but I legit just could not
Yeah, I don't. This.
So like and there was like a point where only I could hear you, Tony, and that's it.
Yeah, it
I
must have been
laughed.
it must have been breaking because it was trying to. It's still like not ending the stream. I can't like my Streamlabs is
Hello.
broken.
Jacked up.
I
Can
got,
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it was weird. I just like couldn't hear you guys for a little bit other than Tony.
yeah, Streamlabs is
So
like
I, left, 'cause
overloaded.
I was saying things, and then I realized Tony was talking to not me, and I was confused, and I was like, wait.
There we go. Okay, ended the stream. I'm hoping.